Hello. I know that before now, me and you, we have seen or heard or experienced where a husband left the home, ran away, abandoned the wife and the children, no communication, no money for support, nothing. Probably because the husband felt like, oh, I'm tired of this marriage. Like, I can't bear this marriage. I want my way out of this marriage. Or probably because the woman was like, please, I can't bear this man. He always beats me, or he's always drunk, or he's always fucking around with other women. Or like so many reasons can make a man or a woman to just abscond from home without communication, without sending money, without doing anything. And some do last for 5 years, some last for 2 years, some last for a few months, so depending. So that will lead us to what we have today, which is called the desertion, which is desertion. And I want to remind you that this video is attached to the two previous videos that we have done because for now I am talking about divorce. And in our two videos, I talked about what divorce is and the so grind for granting divorce here in Nigeria. In the second video, I picked one of them to talk about, which is adultery. Now, today we're talking about desertion. There's so many grounds for divorce here in Nigeria. We have talked about adultery in our previous video. Today we're talking about desertion. Yeah, so many desertion happens here and there here in Nigeria, but so many people might not know what it's called or what it stands for or how to go about it. So now let's get into it. And what is desertion? Legally, desertion is where a wife or where a woman abandons her home or his home with the intention to end the marriage. Nobody knows what might have pushed the man or the woman to leave the house, but as long as the woman or the man left the house with the intention to end the marriage, it's called desertion. And the law is not telling you that, okay, if you're tired of, I'm a single mom, my husband left the house, I'm now single. Like, I am now single in the literal meaning, not like legal meaning. Because as long as you people were there and did normal, the required thing, and both of you are legally married, even if the husband leaves the house and stay 3 years, 4 years, you can't tag yourself a single woman or single man because you have not been legally divorced. So now, if you are in that situation, or you know someone that is in that situation, and the person will feel like, I'm tired of doing this all alone, I'm tired of going through this all alone, I want this man to just live my life and live my life for good, I want this woman to just live my life and live my life for good. Yeah, you have a good news. The good news is that you can use this avenue to tell the court, please, I am tired, I need divorce. Yeah, desertion. But one thing you should note about divorce, or not about desertion as a ground for divorce, is the desertion must not be less than 1 year. At least it should be less than 1 year. It should be less than 1 year that your spouse left the house, abandoned you and left the house, and you know, or it has been conveyed to you, or in a way you find out that, okay, living he or she doesn't or didn't just leave the house because he or she wants to leave the house, but he left the house with the intention that she's tired of the marriage, that he's not ever going to come back, or she's not ever going to come back. And now, you, that is the person abandoned, you are the abandoned spouse. You might wake up one day, or even the one that ran away, you might wake up one day and say, okay, fine, I'm done. Yeah, you can use this ground and tell the court that, please, both of us have been living apart for like 2 years, 3 years. Just know that it's not going to be less than 1 year. At least 1 year. Okay, you can't just wake up and just go to court and say desertion has happened. The court has set aside some points or some things you need to kind of show them as a proof, or something that will convince them that, okay, actually there was desertion, and the desertion is big enough, or yeah, is big enough to grant you divorce. One of those things is that you must show them the actual, you must show them that actual desertion happened. How do you do this? Okay, now by showing them, proving to them that okay, in the last 2 years or in the last 3 years, you have been living in this house alone. You have been taking care of the children alone. If you have evidence of maybe their school fees, where you pay the school fees, or evidence of you paying the house rent, or you can even bring your neighbors as witness. They will testify that okay, this woman has actually been living in this house, just her, fending for the children, taking care of the children. Like it must be actual. You must prove to them that okay, yes, you were apart for like 2 years. Then the next one is proving to the court that you did not consent to the desertion. Because if you consent to the desertion, obviously there's no desertion. If you consented, okay, my husband left, well, let him even leave. I even want it, I even like it. Or you're even telling him, please leave this house, or you're telling your wife, you have to leave this house. You consented. So you cannot come around and be telling the court again there's desertion when you consented to the desertion. So that is it. Then the next reason you prove to them, or the next proof you give to them that desertion has happened, is that you have to tell the court, you have to make them understand that there is no factual or just reason for it to happen. What I mean by just reason is that okay, let's say your husband is a soldier and he went for a course, or he went for assignment in another country, or yes, in another country, in another state, and it happened that it took him 2 years there, or it took him 3 years there. There is a just cause for him being absent in your house. There is a just cause. Yeah, that's what we mean by just cause. Proving to them that there is no just cause for it, like there is no reason for him to go. Or maybe your husband is working in Abuja, and you're working in Enugu. He left for work, like he's living in Abuja now, working, and probably in the next 3 years he has not come back. He might give issues, he might give a reason for obviously the just cause that okay, he didn't just leave for living sake, he left for work. Yeah, he left for work. So another reason you prove to court to convince them that the desertion has happened is that you the deserted spouse, that you in no way contributed in the desertion. Like you did not make anything, or you did not cause anything, or you did not, like, you were not responsible for anything that made him go. How will I even explain this now? Okay, let's say the wife is the kind of wife that always beats the husband all the time, and at the time he can't bear the domestic violence, or the man is always beating the wife, and at the time she can't bear domestic violence. You know, you have to prove to court that the session does not happen because of your behavior, your yes towards the woman. So far so good. These are the few things you have to prove to court to show them and to convince them that that desertion has really taken place in your marriage, and that you're done with this marriage. You are done with this marriage. I used to say it that so many women, so many men, but I think basically women go through a lot. They go through a lot in their marriage, here in Nigeria mostly, and they go through a lot that are capable of giving them divorce if they really want to leave the marriage. But the question is, how many women are ready to say, okay, I am done with this marriage, I am tired of this suffering, I'm tired of enduring this bastard of this man, I'm just tired, I want to move on with my life, I want to get divorced. How many of them, like, virtually, that if you go out there in different homes, you will notice that the several or all the grants for divorce, the husband are doing it. Like the husband, they are guilty of the all the grants set, all the grants for divorce, but you will still see that woman sitting there in that marriage, enduring, crying every night, probably praying for the man to change, or and the man will be getting worse. Marriage will be getting worse. You will be you'll be getting hurt the more. Oh my God. If you allow me, I'll talk to ages. Okay, stay tuned to Lego Saturday. More of grants for divorce still coming your way. More grants for divorce still coming your way next week. Okay, we just discussed two, adultery last week and desertion. So keep coming here to check up on us, and don't forget to share this video to someone that you know that needs it, and give this information out. And always stay tuned to Lego Saturday. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.